I hit the ground like this on my right foot, and I went down. And I laid there for a minute, and I thought I tripped on that thing, so I took it off. Then I grabbed the fender. I took one step, and I fell down here again. And I thought I tripped over a rock or something. I couldn't find it, so I grabbed the fender here, and I took one step down here on the right foot, and I fell down again. Luckily, I fell down. I laid there for about 30 seconds, and this high above me, right into the side of the tank, small arms fire. God saved my life by breaking my foot.
Right.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be standing up.
And how did your foot initially break?
How did I do what?
How did it initially break, your foot?
The transmission housing blew off when that the shell went into this center of this thing here.
Oh, okay.
In the Sherman. And it went into the transmission, blew the housing off.
And it broke your foot.
Broke my foot. Knocked it up against the brake lever.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'll help you down.
We don't need it.
Go say hi, Blake.
Oh man, and then then I laid there for about a minute, and they thought they got me. And so then I looked over to where that was coming from, and I couldn't see anything going on over there. So I just crawled on my belly, and they didn't fire at me. They didn't see me get out of there. I went around behind the tank and crawled under the tank there, crying out loud. The captain saw me then, and our radio thing didn't work contacting the office, so he had to holler out there like that. What's the matter with you? I think I got a broken ankle. So he sent another tank out there, and the guy followed our tracks right out there, pulled right up behind it, and like a dummy, he climbed out of the thing. You know, I was just, don't climb out, there's snipers over there. And he climbed out and pulled me up on the back of the tank, and then they had to back it up all the way because they couldn't turn around because of the bombs and things and landmines. Yeah. Oh boy, this is something.
Oh, we're going to have a Sherman here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Huh?
3 to 4 weeks, maybe 5 the most. There's a Sherman coming.
Oh boy. Yeah. You sure got a good place here to repair tanks. Who are you repairing these for?
Ourselves and private customers.
Oh, is that right? This private guy owns this thing?
Yeah, a good friend of mine owns that.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's very interested in talking to you about it because he wants to know more about the living history of what it was like to be in combat.
Yeah.
Because not many of you guys left, especially drove in the Marines an M3A1.
Yeah.
You know, we can find these guys because that was a little couple, year or two later.
Yeah.
And it was a different tank altogether.
That's right.
Than this, which was designed in the early 30s and rushed into production of what we had.
That's right.
It still has the blisters for the machine guns that went there,
Yeah, that's right.
So it's early. We're recreating the fuel tanks that go here. Remember the big fuel tank that sat here? Well, maybe the Marines didn't use them. But big fuel tank sat here, and then all the hardware is still here to mount them. So we're going to mount the fuel tanks here again, and we're going to set her up. Now this one is done in 2nd Army, Africa. That's what this USA Blood and Guts, that's all this represents. It's not stenciled for Marine Corps, but this is a 1942 M3A1 Stuart tank that was re-imported from Europe. So she saw combat just like yourself.
Yeah.
She was there.
Boy.
Yeah, so she's probably just as happy to see you as you are to see her,
Right. All along this side here, about this big, I had the painter who was our barber. I had him paint the name Blood and Guts, but it wasn't on. That wasn't the name I had put on there. I had him paint a big pair of scissors up here. And underneath it, I had a nip clipper.
Yeah, nip clipper was her name, huh?
Yeah, nip clipper was the name of my tank.
Out there cutting them up.
Oh boy. Blood and Guts is the right name. Yeah. Oh. Where did this come from? Europe, you say?
It came from Europe. It went to a private collection in San Rafael, San Francisco. The gentleman had it in his private collection for over 10 years and then decided to get rid of it to do something else. And we had the opportunity to obtain her, so we did. So she was purchased for because it is a piece of American history.
What did it cost you?
95.
And it has an engine that runs?
Oh yeah, she runs like a top.
Oh boy.
Ooh. See, I drove her in here.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, see my tracks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she runs like a top. A little smoky. You know, it gets, you know, but once the cylinders clear out, and boy, that clutch is a stiff clutch. You know, it really is, you gotta be a man to drive that thing. Because it doesn't play around, it's tough. But yeah, there's, that's her. Now, what did you store in here? Do you recall?
You know, I don't remember.
Could have been much. Your lunch, your clothes.
I think
maybe some hand
might have
tools.
been. Yeah. But you know, in the Sherman, we had a box about like this. It was part of the armor plate. Went around, and it had a round cap in there that screwed down in there. And my radio man, who was with me through all battles, and we used to get candy and fruit and stuff, canned stuff.
And your rations?
Yeah. And we'd put them in there.
Yeah.
And when we went into battle, we had extra food to spend.
Right.
And everybody was asking us, where are you getting all that stuff? I said, we're saving it as we get issued to us. Oh my gosh, where did your brain come from? I said, I went through high school and I was trained to drive this thing, and I'm hungry. And I says, when we're in battle, we don't have food. Oh my gosh, you guys are thinking about this thing, aren't you? I said, yeah, my radio man and we got our brain together.
I stash food in my tank too, you know, because when we go out and drive these things around, you know, we get a little tired, hot, and hungry, and you know, we'll go. Oh, look at that! Is that you next to your M3 right here?
Oh yeah.
Here you are. Look at that.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Double Trouble? Was that your tank?
Yeah, one of my tank. Yep.
Double Trouble. Look at that. And here you are on an M3 with your Thompson.
Yep.
Oh, look how, see, there's your fuel bladder. See how, yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a lot bigger than I had anticipated.
Yeah, it is. This is how I was learning to drive when I had this car here, and then I went up to Silver Lake in Michigan, and this guy up